Hey everybody, it's Ken Birdsall here from Sunnyside Chevrolet. I'm going to give you a little bit more in-depth walk around this time on this 2019 Equinox. If you want just a quick walk around, check out that link in the top right hand corner. That'll take you over there. You guys have a great day. Alright, here we go. So this is a little bit more in-depth on this 2019 Chevy Equinox. It's in Summit White. It's got a medium ash gray interior for the seating and upholstery. This one is a front-wheel drive LS. So if you go to the LT, you'll get like tinted windows on the back. You'll have the option to get the roof rack rails, get the bigger engine, all-wheel drive, all those kind of things. But you can get the LS all-wheel drive. But this one is front-wheel drive. And again, it's the LS. Just give you a quick tour around here, and we'll take a little bit more in depth. You got nice 17-inch rims, are standard. That's the standard rim that runs on the 18 as well. And then they give you some other options depending on what you do on the LT. LED daytime running lamps are standard. And then your regular lights, and down below your turn signal is integrated down below. If you go up to the Premier, you'll actually get fog lights in there too. It's just kind of filler right now. But you get active Aero shutters are standard down in the grill. I don't know if you guys can quite see them, but when those turn on, when it turns on, it'll close to help your engine compartment heat up a little bit faster, as well as aerodynamics. This one again has a 1.5 liter, 2 liter option, as well as a turbo diesel option. On the LS, you'll get black mirror caps on the back here. You go to the LT, you get body color, or on the Premier, your top level trim, you also get chrome. Standard is body color handles, so you're not getting cheap black plastic ones that look like the mirror cap. But right here, you'll notice keyless access. I have the key fob in my pocket, so I can lock or unlock all the doors on any door. It also has push button start. You'll get to see that here in a second. 5-passenger configuration is all there is. You have backup camera. This one got black bow ties, electronic release there to get into the back. Now this one does not have a power lift gate or the hands-free lift gate. Hands-free is on the Premier trim, and then the power lift gate is available on the LT trim. What also comes on the LT trim is, you'll see it's not on here because it's the LS, but you will get release levers that you can pull, and it'll fold down that second row from the back, so you don't have to go around and reach right there or right there to try to fold those seats down. And they lay really flat compared to the old 17 and older body style. This board here is removable. You can take it all the way out. You can check inside here, a little hidden compartment for storage, and it also separates it from the tire, spare tire. It's a compact spare. Comes standard on the LS and higher trims. And that's the back. Capless fuel is really nice, and so they give you a funnel to help you pour gas into there. Just little convenience things that come in handy. In Northeast Ohio, we get some cold winters, so that keyless access and capless fuel are really helpful. The second row does not slide, but it does fold flat. Again, those release levers there on the sides, and your headrest can adjust to different things as well. There are 2 reclining positions if you heard that double click. So the first one puts you right about here, and then you can recline back a little bit. It doesn't look like a huge difference, but it is if you're going on a long ride. I really like what they've added for the 19s is standard having 2 USB charging ports in the back. They added a couple more slots, as well as up front. You'll see some differences too. Nice ventilation to the rear passengers. Just makes the cabin a little bit more comfortable when it comes to climate control. Turn off, you have automatic light control there. That's what was dinging at me. I left them on so you guys could see it up front. And then also your instrument control. And it kind of tucks away, which is kind of convenient there, so you don't hit your knee on it or anything there. We take a look back at the door. You get standard. Standard is power locks, power windows, power mirrors, all that here. This is that medium ash gray interior. I'm going to actually peek back over at the window sticker if you guys want to check that out. Again, this is a front-wheel drive LS. It is available in all-wheel drive as well. These are some of the standard features here. When you're looking on a window sticker, know that the LS starts here at $25,800. Any added things like destination charges, this had black bow tie emblems added to it, wheel locks, all of that. So the actual sticker is $27,055. Now that's before discounts, before rebates, before anything else. That's just what comes from GM. Keep in mind you're getting about 28 miles to the gallon average, as much as 32 on the highway, and I've had people get higher than that. All right, as we head back inside, the steering wheel looks a little bit different this year. Just, I think, a design comfort grip. Just cool thing. Standard cruise control on all of them. Bluetooth hands-free is standard as well. Behind the steering wheel, which is tilt and telescopic, you have at your 9 o'clock position. This is your radio presets. So it's designed to keep your hands on the steering wheel, but you can press up and down and go through radio presets. On the 3 o'clock position behind the wheel as well, you have your volume control. Used to be a lot of that was on the front of the steering wheel. It just moved it to the back and made it a little bit easier to use. Now this one has manual adjusting seats, so it'll go up and down, backrest. It'll also slide forwards and backwards down below there. If you go to the LT, that's when you start getting power adjusting seats. As we jump inside here, again, I've got the key fob in my pocket. This one does not have remote start. It is available. You get the LT with the convenience package. It'll be standard. But all you gotta do, the key fob needs to be inside the car, hold in the brake, and then tap that button. It'll start it. When you go to turn it off, you just gotta tap that button there. And as we take a look, the driver information center is up front here, in all of your clusters. So I'm going to start from left to right on here. On the left, you'll see auto stop. That is standard feature on all the engines, whether you get the 1.5, the 2-liter turbos with the gas, or if you go with the turbo diesel option, they all have the auto stop feature. So it's kind of a cool feature when you're coming up to a stoplight. As soon as your vehicle comes to a complete stop, engine will turn off. Radio lights, all of that stays on. It just helps save gas if you're doing a lot of city driving. A lot of people don't like it, but I think they're going to come out with an override on it. Right now there isn't. The 2019 Cruise will, but the Equinox does not have it as of right now. Your speedometer here, you have 3 tabs: trip, vehicle, and eco. All of those adjust off of this keypad here. If I go up and down, we can cycle through. We'll see tripometers here, fuel range, average fuel speed, timer, and then if I go left or right, it'll change that little divot. You'll see it's over on vehicle now. And remaining oil life, oil pressure, tire pressure, battery voltage, coolant temperature, traction and stability. So if you need to turn those off, you can control it right there. Vehicle units, we can change it to kilometers per hour, speed warnings. Eco is the last tab, and you can see, I think it's over the last 30 miles there, so you can see how well your driving habits are. You also have your compass down in the left hand corner, your odometer, and what gear you're in, which is in park right now. And if you go to the LT now, this is pretty cool. On the 19s, the LT comes standard with a color driver information center there. So that's your steering wheel. Designed, again, everything designed for keeping your hands on the steering wheel. I did forget to mention your wiper blades, rear wiper, as well as your turn signals are there. Now, as we move over to the radio, 7-inch MyLink Radio is standard, and this has the Infotainment 3 package. Now, they introduced this on some of the 18s, like on the Sonic, but now it's standard across the whole board. It's a little bit easier to use. I think it looks a little bit nicer. What they've added is Apple CarPlay and Android Auto actually have their own button instead of saying projection and then changing everything. Those are grayed out since nothing's plugged in. OnStar services, your Wi-Fi has a button as well, because it does have a 4G Wi-Fi hotspot built into it. I'm going to let you check out the backup camera too, because that is standard. You can turn the guidelines on and off, but those do turn as you turn the steering wheel. And you can see your bumper right across the bottom too. I'm going to throw it back in park. And as you slide the screen over, you'll see this is kind of a second home screen. you can set your radio presets across the top. It'll show your current radio station if there's a phone that is connected, and then you have shortcuts across the bottom too. If you tap that home button or this home button, it'll bring you back to this screen every time. Self-explanatory on those buttons there. Your hazards. If you go to LT with a convenience package, you'll jump up and get a dual climate control setup, but this is just a single zone and all of your climate control there. Again, I did mention earlier they added the new USB as well as the old USB, auxiliary, and a 12 volt here. Shifting, if you want to put it in manual mode, you drop it down to low, and then you can shift up here. There is a button you need to hold in order to shift. Big cup holders, electronic park brake, center console with a tray. Does have a light, as you see there, helps you at night. And you have a glove box over here. And if we look up top, you have your mirror. They did away with sunglass holder, at least on the LS trim, if you want to control your dome lights, and you can do those there. It does have active noise cancellation, that is standard, and teen driver mode is a pretty cool thing too. We'll see that under settings, and as we go down through, and they might have moved it, forgive me here guys. Apps, there we go, and vehicle, that's probably where it's hiding at. Teen driver mode there, so you can actually monitor. It goes by the key fob, and you can monitor the habits of driving. It does things like they can't turn on the radio until their seatbelts are clicked, just different things like that. And you can control that. You get a report card that you can view in here, and program the key fob to that. So lots of cool stuff here. Let's check out that engine. Again, this has a 1.5 liter turbo. All right, here we go. Again, it's a 1.5 liter turbo. You can get a 2 liter turbo, or you can jump up to the turbo diesel. Just get some different views. Again, this is getting about 32 highway and about 26 city. It's paired to a 6-speed automatic transmission. That is standard. I believe there's a 9-speed automatic that comes with the 2 liter. 170 horsepower, about just over 200 pound-foot of torque. And there you have it. Alright, so again, this one's right here at Sunnyside Chevrolet. Make sure you guys subscribe to my channel, share it, like it, appreciate all that. And if you guys have any questions, give me a call at 440-365-7311. You guys have a great day.